So we're here with Dr. Weaver, who just recently joined Millersville as Assistant Professor and Program Coordinator of undergraduate and graduate programs for art education. First, I'd like to ask you, what other teaching experience have you had prior to coming to Millersville?
That's a good question, Chris. I think it started with my parents being teachers and their parents being teachers and their parents being teachers. So it was kind of in my blood, and I really didn't realize that until probably after college. I had a degree in art, in clay, with a fibers background. And once I got out, I started a pottery, but I found that I really liked to teach, so I ended up at night or evenings and weekends teaching, I don't know, special populations, adult groups, and Girl Scouts, basically. That led me into actually a teaching position in art in a psychiatric hospital, which I really enjoyed for several years. Then I took off about 10 years for children. And during that time, I found myself again wanting to teach, teaching others, and so I went back and got my certification to teach. I then ended up in a lot of programs, both in Maryland and Pennsylvania, and then ended up getting an elementary school teaching position, and at the same time a museum education position. So I worked part-time in both and then full-time in both eventually. And I decided that I had reached a level where I wanted to pursue the theory behind what I did. So I ended up going back to school and eventually getting my doctorate just recently in art education. So I guess that's kind of a short journey, a brief summary of my journey, if you will.
Great. Well, what advice would you give to people preparing to join the art educating field?
Oh, that's a good question too. First of all, I think that you have to feel comfortable with the arts, and probably if you're a person that's already involved in arts, whether it be folk arts, crafts, painting, drawing, sculpture, textiles, if you're already doing it, then you probably have a leaning towards being a teacher. But it takes more than just being an artist to be a teacher. We do like, and I support the concept of the artist teacher in our program. We want strong content knowledge, and we also want to have people coming into the program that are not teachers, but that are familiar with the process of teaching, and that might be through assisting in daycare as a part-time job, or summer camps, or having parents as teachers. But even if you don't have a teaching experience behind you, what I can suggest is that you look at yourself and you get more familiar with what goes on in a classroom. You know, observe if you can. Go back to your high school, or if you're still in high school, take a look at how your teachers work to give you a sense of what the process of teaching is about. So if you're interested in art and in teaching, then the next step I would say is come see us. Talk to us about how you think the path to becoming a teacher would work for you. We often in an interview take a look at your portfolio. We discuss options about length and commitment, and we look towards someone that already has an understanding of both of those before they come in. So my suggestion is, if you want to become an art teacher here at Millersville, the first thing is to gather what you do in an organized way, which is what we call portfolio, and also take a look at how teachers teach and get those ideas together. If you think that suits you, then give us a call, because that would be perfect. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you for your time.